If you're someone who's about to graduate architecture school, or you're already in the workforce and wondering if you should go back to do your masters, this video is for you. Look, you're tired, you're broke, you're unsure if the next 2 years of study is even going to be worth it for your career. And I get it, because I've been there myself. I went straight from my bachelor's into the master's program back in 2020. Not a lot of real world work experience, just following the path everyone around me seemed to be taking. So was it the right decision, or would I have done things differently if I got the chance? Let's talk about it. Honestly. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Juices channel. Let's start with the basics. A Masters of Architecture, here in Australia anyways, is a prerequisite if you want to become a registered architect in the future. So in most countries, or from what I know anyways, this is the formal pathway towards registration to finally be able to call yourself an architect. So yes, if your dream is to run your own practice someday, it's essential and there's no two ways about it. You have to do it. Then, close the video. Done. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. Watch more, please. This master's degree also gives you time to explore your personal style and design voice. It also gives you the chance to design a thesis project that you can be proud of. And for my own thesis project, it was based around Chinatown back in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Coming from Chinese heritage back in Malaysia, it was something that I was really proud of because I remember it being so vibrant when I was younger. And now it's honestly a ghost town. It also gives you access to a network of peers, tutors, and friends for life. And sometimes if you're lucky, a clearer sense of direction of what architect you want to be. Now that's the good part. Now let me tell you why I did my masters and how I felt at the time. I finished my bachelor's at the end of 2019, right before the COVID pandemic hit. At the time, everyone around me, my classmates, friends, Megan, everyone was continuing straight into the masters. It was a non-negotiable. No one really questioned it. It kind of felt like the path. So that's what I did too. Not because I had a job lined up, nor because I had clarity, but because it made sense at the time. And honestly, because of the circumstances, it was the easier choice. The world was shut down, the lockdowns were hit hard. Studying from home during those 2 years felt like the safest and most logical thing to do. What else was I supposed to do? Among Us? But if I'm being real with you, if COVID-19 was never a thing, and I had the space to gain some proper work experience first before jumping straight into my masters, I might have done things a little bit differently. Here's what a master's doesn't teach you. It doesn't prepare you for everything. It doesn't teach you how to price your services, how to talk to clients, how to speak contractor language, or how to balance your designs with real-world constraints. It focuses a lot on design thinking still, similar to your bachelor's, which is beautiful, sure, but in practice, it's only half, heck, maybe even a quarter of the overall job. And honestly, after finishing my master's, I felt really worn out and afraid to enter the workforce. I remember I had a friend who told me this: if you have a master's degree but you never have any work experience, this is what you are. You're the most qualified person ever. Now just think about it for a little bit. Now that hit hard because at that time, that felt really true. Now the good news is I did get a job right out of uni. Not because of my degree, but because of two things: the connections I built along the way and a properly thought out, well-designed portfolio. The portfolio opened a lot of doors for me, and if you're interested in downloading that, I have a link in the description. It's a free download, don't worry about it. Feel free to check it out and use it as inspiration for your own. Now let's talk about what this degree really costs, the juicy stuff. In Australia, it will probably cost you around 70 to 80,000 AUD for 2 years of study. Now this is only for international students, where we typically pay 3 times more than what the locals pay. Sad. I'm not so sure how much it costs in the US. If anyone from the US is watching this, maybe you can share down in the comments so that people can expect what to pay and brace themselves for it. Maybe it's easily around $100,000, I don't know. And that's before you factor in your rent, model materials, printing, software, and mental health. As mentioned before, I won't lie, after my masters, I felt really drained. I started questioning everything. Was this even worth it? Did I waste 2 years of my life? Could I have gotten the same outcome but in a maybe different way? Should I have done IT instead? So many thoughts. For some people, the answer is yes. But for others like me, it was slightly complicated. So should you do your masters? Do it if you want to be a registered architect, you're pursuing research, academia, or specialization like a PhD, or you have unfinished business in your design journey and you want to start a design practice of your own. But maybe hold off if you're feeling burnt out, unsure if architecture is your long-term path, you haven't worked in the field yet, or you're just doing it because everyone else is doing it. Honestly, take a break, work a little bit, and reflect. There's no shame in not rushing. I feel like in this era of social media, we're just comparing ourselves to everybody and it's just really sucking the joy out of accomplishments. You finished your bachelor's, you should be proud of yourself. If you want to do your masters, great. If you don't want to do your masters, that's okay. Architecture is a long game. No one's handing out medals for whoever gets registered first. Now, I've personally been working for 3.5 years full-time now, post-graduation, and even I'm not registered. Even though on paper it is said that you can actually apply for registration after just 2 years of full-time work. But who cares? I've built something much more worthwhile. While I'm still on a pathway to become a registered architect, I built an embroidery business out of nothing but the skills that I learned in architecture school, implemented the skills of time management, software pickups, and learning to be hands-on. I've also learned how to communicate better on my YouTube videos through all of the presentations that I've done over the years in uni. It was all worth it, to me at least. So here's what I'll leave you with. Don't do your masters just because you feel like you need to tick a checkbox. Do it because you know why you're doing it and how it fits into the bigger picture of your career. Yes, it gave me structure. Yes, I'm grateful for the experiences and the connections that I built. But would I do it the same way again? Probably not. Maybe I would have taken some time off, worked in the practice for a little bit, get my hands a bit dirty. Because from what I've learned, clarity doesn't come from studying, it comes from doing. And whatever you choose, make sure it's your decision, not someone else's. So I'm curious, what's your story? Are you thinking about doing your masters? Already did it? Was it worth it? Or are you skipping it and forging your own path? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. If this video helped you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and turn notifications on. I post weekly videos about architecture, my business, and building a career on your own terms. Or at least how I'm journeying through all of that myself. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.